The afternoon light filtered through the expansive windows of Morrison Industries as 31-year-old Jennifer Walsh made her way to the printing station with a stack of client proposals. Her golden blonde hair fell in gentle waves past her shoulders, and her professional white blouse and charcoal grey skirt reflected her role as the company's lead project manager. She had built her reputation over 4 years through hard work, attention to detail, and perhaps most importantly, her genuine kindness toward everyone in the organization. Jennifer had always believed that character was revealed in how people treated those they perceived as having less power. She made it her practice to learn the names of custodial staff, thank security guards personally, and show appreciation for the countless behind-the-scenes workers who kept the office functioning smoothly. As she approached the copy center, Jennifer could hear the telltale sounds of technical difficulties, electronic beeping, and the occasional frustrated sigh. She discovered a man in casual work clothes methodically examining the large commercial printer, various tools, and diagnostic equipment spread around him on the floor. He appeared to be in his mid-30s, with dark brown hair and a lean, athletic build. His light blue work shirt and navy jeans were practical and comfortable, and his movements around the complicated machinery showed the confidence of someone with extensive technical experience. "Having a rough day with our temperamental friend here?" Jennifer asked with sympathetic humor, setting her documents on a nearby counter. The man looked up with a genuinely warm smile that transformed his entire face. "It certainly has its moods. I am Michael, by the way. I do not believe we have been properly introduced." "Jennifer Walsh from Project Management," she replied, offering her hand with a welcoming smile. "Thank you for coming out to rescue us from this mechanical beast. We absolutely depend on this machine for client presentations." Michael's handshake was surprisingly firm and confident, and Jennifer noticed that while his hands showed evidence of technical work, they were remarkably well maintained for someone in a repair profession. "What seems to be the main issue today?" Jennifer inquired, genuinely curious about the technical problems. "Multiple paper jams combined with what appears to be a calibration error in the color management system," Michael explained with obvious expertise. "It is going to require systematic troubleshooting to identify the root cause." Jennifer nodded with appreciation. "I have such respect for people who can diagnose these complex systems. I consider myself technically competent, but these industrial machines are completely beyond my understanding." Michael laughed quietly. "We all have different areas of expertise. I am certain you handle challenges every day that would leave me completely overwhelmed." As Michael continued his work, Jennifer found herself staying in the copy room longer than her tasks actually required. There was something about his calm professionalism and easy conversation that she found genuinely engaging. Unlike many of the executives she worked with regularly, Michael seemed authentically interested in her perspectives and experiences. "Have you been working in technical repair for very long?" Jennifer asked, settling into a chair as Michael continued his methodical diagnosis. "About 15 years, Michael responded, carefully testing various printer functions. "I started straight out of university and have been continually learning ever since. The technology evolves so rapidly that staying current requires constant education." "That sounds both challenging and intellectually stimulating," Jennifer observed thoughtfully. "Are you employed by our regular service company?" Michael hesitated briefly before answering. "I have a special arrangement with Morrison Industries. We have worked together for quite some time." Over the next several weeks, the printer seemed to develop an unusual number of technical issues, requiring Michael's regular presence in the office. Jennifer began timing her printing needs to coincide with his visits, finding their conversations increasingly enjoyable and intellectually stimulating. During their discussions, Jennifer discovered that Michael possessed remarkable insights into business operations, strategic planning, and organizational dynamics. He asked perceptive questions about her project management responsibilities and offered suggestions that demonstrated sophisticated understanding of corporate challenges. "You really have an impressive grasp of business strategy," Jennifer commented one afternoon as Michael performed routine maintenance on the printer. "Have you ever considered transitioning into a management role somewhere?" Michael smiled with what seemed like private amusement. "I am quite satisfied with my current position. It provides unique opportunities to understand organizations from multiple perspectives." Jennifer also began noticing that other employees interacted with Michael in unusual ways. While most repair technicians were politely ignored, Michael received respectful acknowledgments from senior management and seemed to navigate the office with remarkable familiarity and comfort. "Everyone here seems to have genuine respect for you," Jennifer observed. "That is not typical for outside service providers in my experience." "I have been associated with this organization for many years," Michael explained carefully. "Long-term relationships naturally develop into mutual respect and understanding." One particularly stressful Tuesday, Jennifer was preparing for a crucial client presentation that could determine the future of a major account. The printer chose that moment to malfunction completely, threatening to destroy weeks of careful preparation. "I feel terrible asking for emergency service," Jennifer said as Michael arrived to address the crisis. "I know you must have other clients depending on you, but this presentation could make or break our relationship with this account." Michael immediately focused on the problem with intense concentration. "Tell me about this presentation. Understanding the urgency might help me prioritize the repair approach." As Jennifer explained her comprehensive proposal for streamlining the client's supply chain operations, Michael listened with remarkable attention and began asking questions that revealed sophisticated knowledge of logistics, cost analysis, and operational efficiency. "Have you analyzed the potential risks of single-source dependency?" Michael asked thoughtfully. "Sometimes efficiency gains can create vulnerability if primary suppliers experience disruptions." Jennifer looked at him with growing amazement. "That is precisely the concern our client's board has raised. How do you have such detailed knowledge of supply chain management?" Michael paused in his repair work, meeting her gaze with an expression that seemed to contain something significant. "I make it my business to understand the industries I serve. It helps me provide better support to my clients." The following Thursday morning, Jennifer arrived at work to discover an atmosphere of unusual excitement and anticipation. Employees were gathering in the main auditorium for what had been announced as an important company-wide announcement. As Jennifer found her seat, she was stunned to see Michael walk onto the stage, now dressed in an elegant charcoal grey suit that transformed his appearance entirely. The change was dramatic, but there was no mistaking the same man who had been servicing their printer for weeks. "Good morning, everyone," Michael said with the natural authority of someone accustomed to leadership. "For those who may not recognize me in this context, I am Michael Morrison, CEO and founder of Morrison Industries." Jennifer felt her heart skip as understanding flooded through her. The respectful treatment from colleagues, the sophisticated business knowledge, the mysterious comments about his relationship with the company suddenly made perfect sense. "For the past month, I have been working throughout our facilities in various support roles," Michael continued. "My goal was to observe our organizational culture from the perspective of someone without apparent authority or status." His eyes briefly found Jennifer's in the audience, and she saw warmth and something deeper in his expression. "What I discovered was an environment of genuine respect, collaborative spirit, and authentic care for colleagues at every level. This gives me tremendous confidence in our company's values and future." After the presentation, as employees dispersed in animated conversation, Michael approached Jennifer directly. "I owe you both an explanation and an apology," he said quietly. "I should have been transparent about my identity from the beginning." Jennifer studied his face, trying to process this revelation. "Why did you choose this approach? Why the deception?" "Because I have learned that people often modify their behavior significantly when they know they are being observed by leadership," Michael explained honestly. "I wanted to see the authentic character of our team members, how they treat individuals they perceive as having less organizational power." His expression became more personal and vulnerable. "What I discovered about you, Jennifer, was extraordinary integrity, genuine compassion for others, and a level of authentic kindness that is increasingly rare in professional environments." Jennifer felt warmth spreading through her chest. "I simply try to treat everyone with the respect they deserve as human beings." "Exactly," Michael said with obvious admiration. "That quality is more valuable than any advanced degree or technical certification. It represents the kind of leadership character that truly transforms organizations." In the months that followed, as Michael and Jennifer began building a personal relationship, she realized that his experiment in disguise had revealed essential truths about both of their characters. Here was a successful CEO who chose to invest his time understanding the experiences of every employee level, who valued authentic kindness over impressive credentials, and who had fallen in love with her genuine nature rather than being impressed by professional accomplishments or social status. Their relationship developed into something profound and enduring, founded on the solid ground of knowing each other's true character beneath external roles and appearances. Years later, as Jennifer took on increasing leadership responsibilities within the company, she often reflected on that first encounter by the broken printer. She had learned that the most meaningful relationships often begin when we look past uniforms and job titles to recognize the authentic person working quietly behind the scenes. And she discovered that true love often comes disguised as ordinary kindness, waiting to be recognized by someone with eyes wise enough to see beyond surface appearances to the heart that lies beneath.